Everyone, welcome to Simplified by Singham. Welcome back to our Python for Beginners series. So today we are going to solve a very popular math problem which is finding the factorial of a number. Now don't worry if the word factorial sounds complicated. I promise by the end of this video you'll not only understand it but also write your very own Python program to calculate it. Let's go step by step. Alright, so what does a factorial mean? Factorial of a number written as n factorial. So, which is written something like this n factorial, which simply means multiplying all the numbers from 1 to 10. So, 1 into 2 into 3 into till n. Like, for example, if we have 5 factorial, that means it will be like 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. And 4 factorial is nothing but multiplication of 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 factorial multiplication of 1, 2, 3. So it's pretty simple. It's just a repeated multiplication till the limit of the number that you gave. So here is how the logic works according to the flowchart. So it starts with the number n, and here we are setting up a value called fact and we are starting it with 1 because multiplying by 1 doesn't change anything. So that is why we are starting it with 1. We are also using a counter here which is I, and we are also giving it 1. And then here keep multiplying the fact by I, fact into I, while increasing the I value by 1 step at a time inside the loop until I reaches n. So you will stop when I becomes greater than n. So finally, we print the factorial result. So what's happening here? Here we are getting the input from the user, like for example, number 5. And here we created two variables. One is used as a counter, which is I, and the other is a factorial variable called fact. And we are starting both of them with 1. And here we are checking whether I is less than or equal to n so that we can loop it until I reaches the number 5. What you're doing inside the loop, you're multiplying the number fact with I, number I. So I equal to I plus 1. Don't worry about the logic. We will write it, we will trace it. So this is the actual logic. And then once I reaches n, once I is greater than n, it will be, so this condition is false, so then it comes out of the loop and then it will print the factorial of the number. And then we will end the program. So it's like telling the Python multiply numbers from 1 to n step by step. Let's write our Python program together. So always get user input. Let's just get int, enter a number. And as usual, create two variables. One is fact and one is a counter. And while I less than or equal to n, so you created the fact, right? Fact equal to fact into I. And I equal to I plus 1. You can also do the same thing with fact into equal to I. Same as okay. So you will come out of the loop and then you will print the factorial of n is fact. And yeah, let's break this down. So here we are getting the user input and you have to give input here, my bad. Input of number, enter a number. And then you gave two variables. This is the starting point because factorial usually starts with 1 because if you multiply, you'll be thinking like why not 0, why just 1? Because if you multiply any number with 0, obviously the outcome will be 0. So in order to initiate this multiplication, so we need to start the number with 1. So that is what we are doing. And we are using I equal to 1, which is our initial counter. And while I less than or equal to n, the loop runs until I becomes bigger than n. And inside the loop, the fact equal to fact into I keeps multiplying and it will increase the value of I for every loop. And finally, it will come out of the loop once I greater than n. And then we print the result using an F string for a neat formatting. Okay, let's trace it. For example, user gave 3, number 3. Initially, the fact value is 1 and I value is 1. Okay. While what is I value 1 less than or equal to 3? Is this condition is true? True. So now what happens with the fact? So fact equal to fact into I, right? So initially the fact value is 1. So 1 into what is the value of I? What is the value of I? 1. So 1 into 1 is nothing but 1. Okay. And now I value becomes 2. I value becomes 2. Let's keep these things aside for a while so that you can understand the logic. So I value is 2. Is 2 less than or equal to 3? True. So now fact equal to fact into I. So what is the value of I here 2? So what is the value of 1 into 2? 2. And now I value again increments by 1. So this will be 3. Is 3 less than or equal to what is the value of n? 3. 3 less than or equal to 3? True. So now fact equal to fact into I, right? So fact value becomes, so this becomes 2. And what is the value of I now? 3. So now the fact value changes to 6. And now the I value becomes 4. And is 4 less than or equal to 3? Listen to me. Is 4 less than or equal to 3? No. So this comes out of the loop and the final factorial of n is what is the final value is 6. So that is what you are going to see as output. Let's check. Enter a number 3. The factorial of 3 is 6. So this is what we got when we calculated, when we traced the logic. And when you give 5, this will be 120. That's really a good job, my friends. So you just learned how to understand factorials in math, how to use a while loop in Python, and also how to perform repeated multiplication step by step. And here is a little challenge for you. Try running this program with numbers like 7 or 10. And can you find 10 factorial? It's a really big number, but Python will handle it easily. So just try, give it a try. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss the next Python exercise. Remember, coding is like solving puzzles. Every program you write makes you sharper and more confident. Keep practicing, keep experimenting, and soon you'll be building amazing things. See you in the next video. And as always, happy coding.